Well, Somalia's military has dismissed claims by al-Shabaab that it's killed dozens of soldiers in southern Somalia. Instead, the army says it's managed to repel the attack and killed 87 militants in the process. On Monday, al-Shabaab detonated a car bomb in Baar Sanguni village, about 50 kilometers from Kismayo, before storming a military base. The group claims to have killed 27 soldiers in that raid. It follows last month's attack on the same base in which 7 soldiers were wounded. Al-Shabaab has also claimed responsibility for that raid. The Somali government is looking into ways of improving security into the country, as CGTN's Abdulaziz Bilo now reports.
Monday's attack began in al-Shabaab's usual fashion, a twin car bomb outside the military base, before dozens of its fighters tried to storm a military base in southern Somalia. The group claims to have killed 27 government soldiers in Sanguni village, 50 kilometers north of the port city of Kismayo, in a coordinated attack that the Somali government now says was thwarted.
We lost 6 soldiers in total to the initial car explosion that the militants detonated near the base. But our gallant forces killed 87 militants who launched the attack. It was a major victory for our forces, as we also seized more territory from the enemy.
It's the second time the base has come under attack. In May, a US soldier was killed as hundreds of troops gathered in the area to create the new front line against the group that's been waging a relentless war in Somalia for over a decade now. Regional forces from Jubaland and the Somali army remain in control of the base that sits on a very strategic area and preventing the group from launching attacks in Kismayo that for years served as its prized possession and a key financial lifeline. Despite being dislodged in most parts of south-central Somalia, the group remains active in the Juba and Gedo regions that lie along the border with Kenya. Its fighters control the rich agricultural Middle Juba region and parts of Gedo, from which it launches deadly attacks against African Union troops, government forces, and sometimes attacks inside Kenya. Hours after the attack, Somalia's government now says that it had sufficient intelligence that the group was planning to attack the base and that the forces were on high alert. The country's deputy information minister says that during the operation, government forces were able to seize a strategic bridge known as Arare, from which the militant group used to launch attacks from.
Our forces are now in control of Arare Bridge, a very strategic area. It was a major victory for our forces. Inflicting heavy casualties on the al-Shabaab is the only perfect response we can offer them as a government.
Since losing control of Kismayo, al-Shabaab has been trying to impose a land blockade on the coastal city, overrunning military bases in the region, killing scores of soldiers, and frustrating government efforts of bringing about lasting stability in the region. Abdulaziz Bilo, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.